I am with the amazing Ash Hardell today, and we are going to be reacting to some of your naughty dating confessions.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm excited.
Let's jump right in and do it.
My girlfriend looks a bit like my sister.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, look, my girlfriend happens to look like my sister.
Yeah, I think that's a social construct that's weird.
Yeah, like, I think that's totally fine.
Yep. You love your girlfriend, and guess what? She's not actually your sister, so cool.
So that's fine.
I cooked for a guy on the first date once and accidentally set him on fire. Yes, I like it.
But you know what? If I was like, if a nice guy invited me over for dinner and they cooked me a lovely meal and they accidentally set me on fire, but I liked them, like, I would go on a second date with them.
Absolutely. So Grace and I, on our first at-home cooking date.
Did she set you on fire?
No, not nearly as bad. But we had like a whole cup of raw rice that she totally just smashed accidentally on the floor. And that doesn't sound as dramatic as fire, and to be fair, it's not. But like, that's like thousands of pieces of rice all over your kitchen floor.
That's gonna be there for like months.
I know, it was. And like, in that moment, I had a choice to make. I could either be frustrated because like there's lots of rice all over my floor, or I could laugh because it's like so stupidly unfortunate and adorable. And it was easy for me because she was so cute to choose the latter. And then we just made a thing of it to like sweep it up, and it was cute, and we flirted while we like sweeped it up and giggled. So like when you, I hope when you set that guy on fire, you also made the choice to giggle and make it a good thing.
With that third-degree burns.
Yep. Totally the same thing. My situation is absolutely relevant and comparable.
I like it though, because like if you had been frustrated and if you had been like
that would have been
a bitch, then you wouldn't be married right now.
Maybe. I mean, you never know. Hopefully she would have, if I was a little grumpy, hopefully she would have gotten over it. But yeah, maybe if I was like awful, if I was like,
how dare you! You smashed the rice!
I love my Pergo floors and my raw rice that costs $1. Ugh! Maybe that wouldn't have gone well. You're right, yeah. Very true.
Me and my girlfriend have a camera set up in our shower so we can watch each other remotely. What kind of like sci-fi lesbians are these?
How do you know that the me is a girl?
Because these are all from LGBT plus people, though I guess it could be like a trans guy.
Right, or like a bi guy.
How not inclusive of me.
Jeez,
I know. Didn't you film your wife in the shower once for a video?
Yeah, but that wasn't like...
I know, I've made it sound really bad. It really was not that bad. It was actually a beautiful little video.
And it was like funny and a joke, and I totally like blackbarred her out, and like it was mostly to be goofy, not to be sexy.
I might put a link here if I'm nice, but...
Do it!
Probably not.
I mean, we only have end screens now on YouTube, so that'll be difficult for you. But like the idea that someone thinks I'm so sexy that like any chance they can see me naked if they want to is kind of cool.
But what I wouldn't like about that, if that was me and like my partner,
then I felt like I couldn't like scratch.
Yeah,
or be
because
unsexy.
like, if I know somebody's watching me in the shower, I'll be all like lathering myself up and getting like, oh, this water is so warm. Whereas if I'm kind of on my own, I'm just like being gross, just like doing this, and good for them. Good for the sci-fi lesbians or non-lesbians or...
Yeah, don't judge. So
don't judge.
I'm gonna leave this glad if you keep judging.
I'm sorry.
I sometimes message my boyfriend on social media pretending to be really cute guys to see if he'd cheat. He never did. You are admitting to catfishing? It's cute that your boyfriend didn't cheat.
But you are an asshole.
Stop catfishing!
Oh, because one day the boyfriend's gonna slip up and then he's gonna hold it against him.
I don't think they should slip up, but I don't think he should, like, I just don't think that whole situation, maybe I'm naive, I don't know.
I don't, stop doing that. Like, your boyfriend loves you and he's not cheating on all these beautiful fictional men, so...
And if you think he is, then you think he is. But you know what you should do about it? Confront him and have a conversation. And if he says he's not, you can either choose to believe him or you can move on. But don't play games.
Don't play games.
Games are bad.
I broke up with my ex-girlfriend because she made really bad Netflix choices. You know what? I would break up with someone for the same reason. Like, you need to have, like, good Netflix choices.
I don't know about that. Grace watches some weird things I never would have thought I was into. Like, Grace likes MMA.
What on earth is that?
Mixed martial arts. It's like the fighting. It's like a really bro-y sport that I am just not would never have thought I was interested in.
The fact that like I really like it when other people are really super interested. I find that really like when somebody's passionate about something, it's like, oh my god. So like maybe be open to your partner's Netflix choices before you dump them. Ooh, I'm intersex, but I don't disclose that until the second or third date. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. Like, I feel like that's totally valid. Like, you don't have to disclose that until you feel comfortable to disclose that. I absolutely agree, and I've gotten in fights with friends before. I don't think we've specifically talked about like intersex people, but we've had this conversation about like trans people. They're like, that should be like my friends say, like that should be the first thing a trans person tells the person they go on a date with, and I'm like, don't agree. Like, so I don't know. Whether it's date 1 or date 30, like when you feel comfortable to share that with the other person, that's when you should do it. Right, because like you don't disclose your, I don't know, your body, your gender identity, your whole story. Transness can be a very intimate thing. So to expect somebody to disclose like perhaps one of the most intimate things or vulnerable things about themselves on the first date, that's intense. Really asking a lot. Really intense. Yeah. It kind of makes me sad that this person feels like this is like a confession. Like, yeah. I want anyone to feel like they can disclose that whenever they feel comfortable. I agree, and I wish that, I don't know. Oh wow, that sounds like the most. What I'm about to say is like the most self-righteous thing in the world. I was gonna say like, I wish more people were like us. You know? One time, I was on a Tinder date, and I had to keep opening the app because I kept forgetting his name. Knowing people's names is like a bonding thing for me. I don't know, it's really important. Like, the more I like you, the more I kind of like will use your name. I don't know, it's weird. That. I love it when people use my name in conversation. Like, that was really interesting, Ash. Like, there's something really intimate about doing that. Rather than like, oh you're so funny. If I ever forget somebody's name, I have a trick for asking them without being rude. So I'll just be like, oh, what was your name again? And then they'll be like, it's Ash, obviously. And I'll be like, I know your name's Ash, I meant your surname. In England, do you like to know people's surnames? In America, that'd be weird. Is that weird in England too? Yeah. If you said that to me, I'd be like, you're a fucking twat. Oh, that's a great trick. Okay, fair. Doesn't work. I like Good job, Calum. Nice trick, Calum. Calum. What's her name again? I deliberately shrink my girlfriend's clothes so that they fit me better. I'm teeny tiny. That's mean. No, I think that's adorable that they just like want to wear their clothes. Yeah, but you're ruining their clothes. Maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I'm thinking about like my clothes being like small. Also, that would give me really bad self-worth. I'd be like, I'm becoming huge. Why am I getting so big? None of my clothes fit anymore. I would find it adorable if I had a little boyfriend and he would like steal my t-shirts and shrink them down so he could wear them. If he stole them, that'd be cute. Don't ruin my clothes. I paid for my clothes, I like my clothes, I picked my clothes out. It would almost look cute if it was like baggy and big on you. I'd be like, yeah, that's me hugging you. Those are my arms around you. Oh. Don't fucking touch my shit though. You know how it is, right? No, just kidding. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Moving on. Got to a date once where the guy thought I would be coming in full drag. He left disappointed, but I got free martinis. Is that Hayley Starr? This is Hayley Starr! Yay! Well, so they just assumed that because she's a drag queen that she would just come in full drag. Well, good for you, Hayley Starr, for showing up however the fuck you wanted. Yeah! When you go on a date, you should be yourself. Yeah, don't conform to that. And she got free martinis. And I love that she ends it on a positive note rather than being like, and I was so sad and bummed, which would be valid if that's how she felt. But I like that she was able to be like, well, alright. I'm a girl, and I'm dating a guy who is openly gay. We're in love, and it works, and we're happy. So who cares what other people think? Okay. I mean, I think that's fine. Like, I get that. Yeah, like, labels are super restrictive sometimes, and if he wants to identify as gay but he wants to be with you, like, that's fine. Yep, I totally agree. I once read this comic by this woman who was like a devout lesbian, and she totally identified as a lesbian, and she thought she was a lesbian, and then one day she went to like a book reading and like fell in love with this guy who was like a fan of her work, and like he was like the only guy she's ever
had feelings for, and they ended up getting married.
That's amazing.
I know, and then she wrote a comic about it, and they've been together forever, but she still finds women attractive, and like he's just this random exception, and so she still identifies as a lesbian who happens to be married with to a guy. And I think that's valid and okay, because labels are what we want them to mean. And
yeah, not only is it valid and okay, that's beautiful. That's a lovely little story. I would like to think if I suddenly like fell in love with a woman one day, that, you know, I could still identify as a gay man and people wouldn't judge me for that.
Boom, I'm a crier. I relate already. And I keep crying on first dates because I get so emotional about everything we could be. Oh.
That person sounds like me.
You'll find someone who's okay with all your crying, and they will be the person for you.
If somebody was like crying on me during sex because they were having such a good time, I would take that compliment. I would be happy.
Or on a first date or whatever.
And I love emotional boys who are in touch with their feelings.
Somebody cried because I made them like awesome spaghetti. That'd be dope.
Okay, is there? Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
We're done. We're
yeah!
finished. Yay! That was so much. We can't high five, we missed, but that was so much fun. I'm so happy you came and did this with me. We also made a video over on Ash's channel, so do go and check that out. We did Truth or Shot, and it got ridiculous.
It's a bit more scandalous than this video.
Which is surprising. I thought more scandal would happen over here.
Yeah, I know.
But who knew? So yeah, do go and check that out. There will be a link down in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to this one as well because you're just amazing.
And if you're coming from my channel to Calum's, subscribe 8 times. Subscribe and then unsubscribe and then resubscribe and then make another account and then resubscribe.
As long as the final thing you do is subscribe, I'm totally
and then
okay
like
with
this
that.
video, then unlike it just to give him a heart attack, but then re-like it. I want him to go on an emotional roller coaster. These are all the things you should do. I mean, do what you're gonna do. YouTube really controls everything.
So yeah, do all of those things.
Or none of them.
Okay, bye. See ya.